Have you ever wondered why cricket games feel so repetitive despite being packed with licenses? Let's dive into some of the reasons. One of the significant restrictions in licensed cricket games is the inability to customize or modify certain aspects of licensed players. While you can mix and match teams for gameplay, the appearance, batting styles, bowling actions, and even equipment for licensed players are locked due to legal obligations. This limitation prevents players from adding their own touch to the game. For example, you might want to tweak a player's bowling action to match how they deliver in real life or adjust a player's look for a specific tournament. These features, which were often possible in older unlicensed cricket games, are restricted in modern licensed games. This lack of customization takes away a layer of personalization that could deepen player engagement and creativity. The inability to freely edit licensed players can leave the game feeling rigid for those who love experimenting or tailoring their gaming experience. It's a missed opportunity for developers to empower players with more control over their favorite cricket stars and gameplay. Licensing is not cheap. Game developers spend a significant portion of their budget securing the rights to official teams, players, tournaments, and stadiums. This leaves less money for improving gameplay features, animations, and mechanics. For example, Cricket 24 boasts IPL licenses, but fans notice only marginal improvements in gameplay compared to its predecessor Cricket 22. This might be because funds went into acquiring IPL teams rather than refining core aspects like AI, fielding dynamics, or match physics. When too much emphasis is placed on licenses, players may start to feel like they are paying for a flashy package instead of a well-rounded game. It creates a situation where games look great on the surface but don't offer the depth or replayability that fans expect, leading to disappointment over time. Licensed games aim for realism. They want players to feel like they are part of an actual cricket match. While this is great for authenticity, it can come at the cost of innovation. Developers may pour their energy into getting the right player faces, accurate kits, or realistic stadium designs, leaving less time to experiment with new gameplay ideas. For example, cricket games could explore dynamic weather systems where matches are interrupted by rain, or advanced career modes where off-field decisions impact on-field performance. These features could create fresh, exciting experiences, but licensing obligations often push developers to stick with what works rather than taking risks on bold ideas. In the past, unlicensed games allowed fans to customize and mod their experience. You could create your own teams, tournaments, or even players. This level of freedom made older cricket games like Downbatten Cricket 14 or Ashes Cricket 09 iconic, as the community itself could expand and enhance the game's lifespan. However, licensed games often limit these possibilities due to legal restrictions. Players cannot edit or create content that involves licensed teams or players, cutting off a huge avenue for engagement. Imagine how much more exciting a game like Cricket 24 could be if fans could create their dream leagues or tweak gameplay mechanics to suit their preferences. Blocking mods, developers miss out on a chance to let the community shape, and due to this, the game might feel like it's limited to what the developers intended rather than something that can grow through fan contributions. Licensing is not just costly for developers, it trickles down to players too. Games with heavy licensing often come with higher price tags, which can be frustrating if the gameplay does not match the hype. For example, Cricket 24 marketed itself heavily around its IPL licenses, but many fans felt let down by the bugs and unpolished mechanics, especially at the beginning. Paying a premium price for a game that feels like an upgrade of its predecessor rather than a true next-gen experience can leave players feeling shortchanged. This issue is especially tough for cricket fans, as cricket games don't release as frequently as titles in other sports genres like football or basketball. Fans may feel pressure to buy the latest game for licensed content even if the improvements are minimal. Not every game needs to chase licenses to succeed. Some of the most beloved cricket games of the past, like Downbatten Cricket 14, thrived because they focused on gameplay rather than branding. These games gave players tools to create their own content, fostering creativity and replayability. Even without official teams, players found ways to recreate their favorite lineups, leagues, and moments. Developers should aim for a balance. Include some license to attract fans, but also invest in features that make the game stand out. Allowing more customization, creating historical modes, or implementing advanced AI could deliver a richer experience for players while still providing enough realism to satisfy cricket enthusiasts. Licensing undoubtedly adds authenticity to cricket video games, but it can also hold back creativity, innovation, and community involvement. Fans love the real-world feel of licensed teams and players, but they also want games that push the boundaries and offer something new. Developers need to strike a balance between realism and innovation to create a product that feels both authentic and exciting.